Welcome to the Culture Club Dog Pass.
Hey, did you want to have a look? See if it's recording?
Is it recording?
It's recording.
Are you bullish
Better
on
be
it?
fucking
I'm telling
recording.
you,
So
have a
they're all
look.
recording.
Are you bullish on the
I
angle?
don't want to have that one fucking angle like we had last week where it was
See
just,
for yourself.
it was like a mugshot the whole
I'll
time.
check.
Yeah, check. Make sure. Welcome to the Culture Plug Dog Pass. All right. We're back for episode 2 of the Culture Plug podcast.
Nice.
I'm your host, Saru. This is my co-host, Mr. Chains, aka Sammy B.
How we doing?
We're doing good.
It's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
Welcome back to the casting couch.
All right, headphones are going off again. Sounds good?
Bearish on the headphones.
Bearish, very bearish.
Very bearish on the headphones. We'll take
No,
those
very
off.
bullish on the audio, bearish on the headphones.
Yeah, nice. I hope you understand this lingo.
This is rich man lingo.
Yeah. Yeah. This is 10x talk.
10x, man.
Yeah. If you understand this lingo, you're probably not broke, man. So, quite
So
a few things going on this week.
Yes, heaps. A lot.
It was a good weekend.
Happy Easter, everyone out there. Everyone that celebrates Easter.
Yep.
All you people that celebrate it on different days. Happy Easter to you too, yes.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I feel like that's a slight dig at me. Although I
definitely not a
celebrate
dig.
both.
Why is that they have different Easters? Do you know why
It's
that is?
Orthodox Easter. But I'm actually not Orthodox. I'm Catholic.
So Catholics have different Easters?
No, Catholic is normal Easter.
Okay.
So
Catholic-
this Easter
yeah,
is like
obviously,
Catholic
yeah,
Easter.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Orthodox Easter is when the Greeks celebrate it.
Oh, right.
But I am actually not Orthodox.
But you are Greek.
But I am, yeah. I'm half Greek, yes.
Half Greek.
So I celebrate both. It actually slaps. Because I get 2 Easters.
Oh, yeah, it would be mad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know what would be mad?
What's that?
Well, yeah, that.
Yeah, having 2 Easters.
Being able to
Yeah.
have 2 Easters.
It's fun.
Do they have a third Easter? What about the Serbian Orthodox Easter? Is that the same as is all Orthodox Easters the same?
I actually don't know. I wouldn't know when Serbs celebrate it. If you're Serbian, let us know.
Okay.
Please do tell us when you celebrate your Easter. I would assume that they probably all celebrate it on the same. Are Serbians Orthodox, are they?
I think
Primarily?
so. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm not Serbian.
Yeah. Neither. Yeah. No, neither am I.
But you know what I was actually like thinking about the other day?
What's that?
Why do we not eat meat on Good Friday?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
actually
know,
a thought I
man.
had as I was eating a fish burger.
Yeah.
I was thinking today would be a
Although-
mad day for a barbecue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a sick day.
My
Easter, Good Friday.
Easter feed was good, although I didn't eat meat as well. I had eggplant lasagna.
Ooh, very nice. Bullish on eggplant lasagna.
I was so bullish on it, bro. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible.
I had real lasagna.
Although I did blow the toilet up after because the fiber in eggplant it's a lot.
You know what? Eggplant is one of the most underrated vegetables.
It's amazing.
I'm glad you like eggplant.
It's amazing. Eggplant, zucchini, amazing. Amazing.
After last week's episode,
It was just one thing, just broccoli.
I'm glad to know that you have respect for eggplant.
Yeah, bro. Eggplant and broccoli don't even belong in the same conversation because eggplant slaps.
Mm.
I'm very bearish on broccoli. Very bearish.
Bearish on culture.
Not true at all. I'm on the Culture Plug podcast. I can't be bearish on culture. I'm
got
actually
me.
quite bullish on culture.
You got me there. All right.
Bang!
I think we need to ease up on the bullish and bearish talk.
Yeah, all right, we'll stop. Yeah, there might be a few broke men watching this, so we won't say it anymore. So,
So, how was everyone's week?
it was good. I lost another multi.
I feel you on that.
I lost another like 4 multis, but I did lose one today.
Geelong Hawks game?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Did you have what'd you have? Run us through. Just run it through quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on multis and get fucking angry again like last time.
I had Geelong 1-39, that hit. I had Jago Mira over 20, he hit. I think I had Hawkins for a goal and it hit. Then I had Chad Wingard for a goal and it hit. And I had Tom Mitchell for most disposals and he got fucking tagged. So it did not hit.
Was he the guy that done his hammy? Oh, relax. I just need a little bit of air. Was he the guy that done his hammy?
I'm sick of this, bro.
No,
I hope your electricity
I
bill comes
swear to
back
God,
so much
like,
money.
It gets so hot in here. It's like a
No,
sauna.
it doesn't, bro.
It does.
Open the window.
Nah, we can't do that.
Not opening the window.
Nah.
That means I have to lean over, wind up the fucking curtain, reach over, wind. It takes about 30 seconds flat to wind it fully open.
You would have to film a whole episode of you doing that.
Legit.
Yeah, no,
Alright,
we're
I'm
not
just
going to do that.
turn
Yeah,
this
that's
down
right.
So it doesn't interfere.
Put the aircon on. Anyways, yeah, I lost it because of one leg because you got tagged. So, you know what? Fucking hell, what's new? Losing a multi by one leg?
I did.
Oh, well.
I also did lose one today.
Did you
as
put
well.
one on the Geelong game?
Yeah, I did.
What did you have?
Had Geelong to win.
Yeah.
Which, they did.
Yeah.
Had Hawkins to score 2, which he did.
Nice.
Had that other guy that was playing forward to score 2, but he only scored 1. Had Selwood for 25 disposals.
Did that hit?
I don't know. All I know is that I lost, so I didn't even bother checking.
Yeah, there's no point. I mean, an L's an L, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to call it what it is. Fucking hell.
An ace is an ace.
You could lose by 5 or 1 and you've lost. So,
All right. What
know
else
what?
is happening in latest news? What are we starting off on?
we've got a lot to talk about. A lot of good things. Something that was pretty breaking. Quite tragic for the rap community.
Very tragic.
DMX.
Although it could be not tragic. I mean, it obviously was tragic, but let's hope that it's not
In
worst case scenario.
In case you didn't hear. Well, see, I don't know. So, there's many reports. He OD'd or he had a heart attack. I'm not sure what is what.
Yeah.
Do you know what the truth is?
No. I actually didn't look into it that much.
How
I just heard he
old
was
is
in
DMX?
hospital. Pretty old, bro. Like
50s?
Yeah. Sorry to any 50-year-olds out there.
Yeah.
Trying to
You're not
figure out-
old.
Yeah.
He's 50.
Oh, there you go. He's
Look,
50.
I mean,
on the dot.
he's young to die, bro. I mean, he's not dead.
No, he hasn't
But,
died.
like, he's young. He's young, like, if it killed him.
But
like,
he
if it was
has.
to kill him.
I'm pretty sure he has had overdoses in the past as well. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
was he...
was
Oh,
before.
has he been, like, a drug user?
I think so. Yeah.
What was he doing?
I don't know. All I know, he was like in and out of rehab,
Really?
doing shit.
Do you reckon that's contributed to... So, is it a heart attack or is it an OD? Do we know?
Could have been a heart attack caused by it.
I think his
Caused by the
family.
NOD.
I think his family actually made a statement that it was a heart attack.
Okay. Right.
But
That's
yeah,
sad, bro.
That's sad.
I
We
really
can't lose
hope-
DMX, man.
No, we can't.
We can't.
I hope he makes it through. I think he will. He's a tough cunt, bro.
Yeah. Oh.
If anyone's making it through, it's DMX.
100%.
So
He was addicted to crack when he was 14.
shit.
Was it crack that they're talking about?
That's rough.
No, it's just DMX has openly spoken about his addiction to crack cocaine, which began when he was 14.
Far out.
He's one of those dudes that like he just goes through shit, bro. I
Yeah.
don't know why or how.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about him, but it seems like he's had a bit of a rough go.
Yeah.
Rough life.
Mm.
Did he like grow up in the hood?
He's from New York.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
He's got a song called Where the Hood At.
Yeah.
Where the hood, where
Nice.
the hood, where the
Yeah.
hood at.
He knows where the hood's at.
Did you see all the people out the front of the hospital
No.
blasting that song?
Really?
Yeah, all these fans.
Fuck, that's
all the
actually
Rough
pretty
Riders, bro,
sick.
they're all in their motorbikes and they're just blasting that song out.
That's actually mad. And if anything's gonna get him through, it's some shit like that. So he's off the life support, right?
I think so. So he's looking good.
But he's
Oh,
unconscious.
he is.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I heard he was off. But
Yeah, but I heard
yeah.
that he was off, and then his family like made a statement saying, "No, that's fake news. He's still on life support."
Can we just talk? So I don't actually know. Like, what is life support? What do they do? They just keeping your heart beating.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they like put you on a pump or a drip.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and they're just keeping your heart going, or like
Yeah.
the machine's breathing
I
for
think
you
yeah.
as
No,
well.
they got like an oxygen mask, and I'm pretty sure it breathes for you.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
What do you reckon? Like,
Could be right.
do you reckon he's got some sort of like is he dreaming? What's he doing? Like, what do you think goes through his head? Or like, do you reckon he wakes up and he doesn't remember shit?
What do you mean?
Like, you know when people are like in a coma?
Oh yeah.
Like, what do you reckon goes on? Do you reckon they're dreaming? Is
question,
their
bro.
brain active and they think like they're seeing this shit? Because you know what? Like, I don't know. It's weird, bro.
That's a good question.
Or is it like just like they're not seeing nothing and then you wake up and it's like
I reckon.
there's nothing?
I reckon. This is my thought. This is my theory. All right.
Let's go.
When you go into a coma,
Yeah.
your spiritual being
Mm.
is still alive, but your physical body
Yep.
is dead, being supported.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I feel like you can see what's going on while you're in the coma through your third eye.
Damn.
But
This is some heavy
I
shit.
feel like when you wake back up, you
Mm.
just go back into your normal physical body, so you're not able to like see life through that lens anymore.
Yeah. Marky's got up here. When people are in comas, they are unconscious and cannot communicate with their environment. However, the brain of a coma patient may continue to work. It might hear the sounds in the environment, like the footsteps of someone approaching or the voice of a person speaking. And that's actually interesting because I've heard doctors say some shit like,
Well,
if
that
like
just
a
kills
loved
my
one,
theory.
yeah, it could, yeah, I know, but you know what? Like a lot of medical professionals don't even believe in the spiritual.
True.
So I've heard that like doctors say that like if you were to go in a coma, someone like you really love, like for instance, like your missus, if she was like saying your name or talking to you,
Yeah.
that could be something to bring you out because like there's like a deep emotional connection there.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard that.
but you know that could tie in also to your theory, bro, of like the spiritual thing, because like you know that whole connection thing.
Mm.
You know, is it deeper than just
100% it
emotions?
is. 100% it is.
Mm.
Have you heard about those stories
Yeah.
where people like have near-death experiences
Yes, bro.
and like right before they die, or sometimes they even do die,
Yeah.
you know, and their spirit, it's like their soul leaves their body
Yeah.
and just like transpires into a fucking like a world of just colors and feelings and voices and
Yeah.
shit like that.
See, that's like them entering the spiritual realm, probably. Hey.
And they always say that it's the most calming shit ever.
Yeah.
Like they always say they always see like a big light.
They don't ever want to come back, right?
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
Are you good?
Yeah, all good. I just
Sure.
want to make sure something was...
Nice.
Excuse me. All right. Yeah. I feel like I would love that to happen to me. Like sometimes
But it's scary, though.
I kind of wish of having near-death experiences
Yeah.
just so I could like experience that.
It is super interesting because, I mean, like, or what do you think about, like, do you think that the near-death experience that you're experiencing is, like, related to what you believe? Or it's just reality?
I feel like it doesn't matter what you believe. I feel like maybe
Yeah.
sometimes that switches people's beliefs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you come out of it like there'd be some people thinking, you know what, we're nothing but like flesh and bones, and when you die, you rot in the ground.
Yeah.
And then some people come out of it like seeing some shit, and then they think, fuck, maybe not.
Mm. Yeah.
See, I don't really know what I believe, man. Like, I don't know.
I feel like.
Drop your thoughts, people.
Yeah. Let us know
Like,
what you think.
If you've had a near-death experience, please do tell us.
Oh,
I would love.
You know
love to
what?
hear that. And they can
We
come
need
on.
to get someone on the
Yeah.
podcast that has had that experience.
Yeah, if you have, like, shoot us a DM and we'll get you on here and let's talk about it.
Legit.
Because that's really interesting.
I'd love to hear about that. I've heard people talk about it all the time. I've never
Yeah.
actually spoke to someone who's actually gone through it.
There's
That
like
was
countless
my
stories.
mum, like, she had
Really?
a brick thrown at her when she was like 6.
Holy
She
shit.
was walking through Italy and one of the neighbours just like throwing bricks.
Like by accident, it's
Yeah,
here.
accidentally, he's just throwing them out of his front yard and one
Yeah.
smacked her right in the head.
Wow.
She was in a coma for like 2 days and apparently she's met with Mother Mary. And
Really?
that's what she saw.
That's what she saw.
That's who she thought she saw, but it could have just been her
But
mother.
that would have been like what she believed.
Maybe.
Like
yeah.
she was obviously a Catholic growing up in
She was
Italy.
6 years old, man. Like she probably like believed what she was taught, so maybe
Yeah. Oh.
Or is it real?
Let's get Mark's
Did
mum on
she
the podcast.
did she meet Saint Mary, bro? You know, like
Like, she saw a woman who she thought would have been the Mother Mary.
yeah, Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's crazy. It's like it was meant to happen. Like, who gets hit in the face with a brick? Some old Italian guy that's just cleaning bricks out of his yard, walking past. Little did she know she was going to meet the mother of Jesus Christ that day.
It's pretty cool.
It's like it was meant to be.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Crazy.
I mean, it's not cool to get bricked to the face. That's not cool. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not cool, especially
Yeah.
as a 6-year-old.
I'm glad she survived it, that's for sure.
Hey,
But-
I actually had a question which kind of like ties into this whole conversation.
Is this from a viewer?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
We love the questions. So
Yeah.
so
You guys
pour
gotta
them in.
send in
Pour them
questions.
in. Yeah. Let's do it.
Where did the question go? It was something to do.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. All right. So the question is, what part does religion play in today's culture?
In today's culture. Ooh, that's a very deep question.
It is, and it's a broad question.
It's quite a broad question.
But it's like that plays a big part of why we don't eat meat on Good Friday.
It does. Yeah, of course it does. Wow. All right. Well, what do you think?
I think that it plays. I feel like it's prominent in today's culture.
Is
but
it
not as
religion in general?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just got the question.
Okay.
What part does it play? I think it plays a good part, man. A lot of people are religious, and it gives them a purpose to live for.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
Exactly.
if there's people out there that feel like they've got nothing to live for, but there's people out there that have religion and like good on them. You know, like you've got something to believe in.
Do you think it's gonna die out? Because here's the thing. Here's what I sort of think. Like, obviously for us, like, my grandparents are very religious.
Yeah.
And then my parents were like not religious. I mean, they were like, we follow traditions, and I had to do like all the traditions. Like growing up, like I had to do like my reconciliation, my Holy Communion, my confirmation, all that shit.
Yeah.
But most of it, like my dad was like saying that, you know, you got to do it out of just respect for your grandparents. But my dad doesn't. My dad is like a Catholic, believes in it, believes in God and stuff, but he's nowhere near as religious as like my grandparents were.
Yeah.
So, and then
So kind of like as the generations go down, it kind of fades out more and more.
Is it gonna fade out? Like, I mean, like now
it's inevitable.
Now, like Easter and Christmas, like to some people is just a day off and it's a long weekend, and like people have no idea, like, I mean, what Easter is or what any of that is.
Yeah.
So, is it gonna play less of a part in culture today?
I reckon it will 100%.
As the future sort of
as the
out.
future pans out, like it just more and more like it's starting to get starting to fade out in like the school system. Like you think about schools back in like schools maybe 30, 40 years ago, religion in schools was super prominent.
Yeah.
Like it was in all their studies.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Unless you're going to like a religious school.
Yeah.
Like the school I had, my school was not religious because I went to Avondale, but then in order to do my Catholic things, I had to go to St. Martin's and do it. So those kids were doing that. Like every morning they'd go to chapel and like pray, and, like take communion and do all that.
Yeah.
So unless you're going to one of those schools, I know there's a lot of like St. Martin's, like Resurrection, all that shit. There's a lot of Catholic schools.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Like it's probably gonna be like to the point where like it's gonna fade out everywhere except like if you go looking for it.
Exactly.
Like if you go looking for it at a Catholic school or a religious school or something.
Yeah. And a lot of people might say that's probably the best way to discover religion. If you feel like deep within yourself that you want to go looking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than someone trying to convert you.
So should you bring your kids up? What are you going to teach Sophia? Are you going to tell her that if she says one day she's 5, Dad, is God real? What do you say?
I just tell her what I believe, bro. Exactly what like we talk about.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to raise kids that make them believe in something that I don't 100% fully like follow.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So yeah,
it's very interesting.
It's a
good question.
Big topic, and I think that's we answered that pretty well.
I would hope so.
I hope so,
If
yeah.
not, if whoever it was that asked, and
if
they
there's
got,
any popes or nuns or rabbis out there that want to come on,
come on,
let's go.
yeah,
Do you think
Hundy.
society would be more advanced without the influence of religion on the world?
Ooh.
That is a great question. More advanced in what sense?
Just technology-wise.
Nah, I feel like it doesn't affect technology whatsoever.
Huh?
No
Well,
way.
what about like birth control technology? You can't say that the Vatican's probably like they'd be opposed to birth control, right?
And abortion.
And abortion. So, in that sense,
Well,
maybe, yeah.
yeah, actually, like there would be less resistance to that kind of stuff.
Because I mean, they would resist everything that they think is what like a sin is, right? So like, if they think something's a sin and there's going to be like some sort of technology or something that's going to help you do that particular activity, like they're probably going to oppose it.
So maybe, yeah, maybe it could be. Good question.
Yeah,
Good question. What do you guys think?
great
Let us
question
know.
mark. Yes, please drop your thoughts. That is a good question. We could go on forever about that one.
Yeah, I feel like it's best to talk about religion with someone who like knows their shit in religion.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So again, if there's anyone out there that wants to talk about religion,
Ben Shapiro, if you want to come on, we froth you.
Ben Shapiro.
He's a sick cunt.
Yeah, I love Ben Shapiro.
He's Jewish, right?
Did you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you showed me that video of him
Which one?
when the trainee grabs him by the back.
Yeah.
I think that's quite inappropriate. Like,
The training's full gonna belt him, bro. It's the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, it's funny.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it is bad.
Technology would be like, let's say like we just cut the shit out
Yeah.
from school, right? Like there's a lot of bullshit and fluff in the education system, in my opinion.
Most of it is
Right?
bullshit
There's a lot
and
of
fluff.
irrelevant shit we don't need to be learning about. Like, here's the thing, yeah? I feel like it's good to learn about history,
Of course.
but why are we not learning about the future?
But here's the thing,
Like, we're being
Scorps.
taught history in schools, but we're not being taught about, like, the future
Yeah.
and how to adapt to the future.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I agree. I think going off that though, I think learning about history is imperative on predicting what's going to happen in the future. Because usually
history
you can,
repeats itself.
exactly. Usually you can tell what's going to sort of happen in the future, kind of based on what's happened in the past. I mean, obviously that doesn't mean you can predict the future. And there's cunts that know history so well are going to be like, oh my god, I know everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you sort of like, I mean, like history of like human behavior and like our tendencies, so you can sort of see what we're gonna like. For instance, like we've always prioritized like convenience. That's just human behavior. So we know going in future, if something's gonna make human life more convenient, we're gonna go that way. You understand?
Well,
something
what
like
do you mean?
Uber Eats.
What do you mean about like convenience? Like we've always looked for the convenient way of doing
I
things.
mean, we'd rather click a fucking button to watch a movie than go get a DVD from Blockbuster.
All right, what about like, let's talk about convenience in history. Like, it wasn't convenient to go and be forgiven by God when you had to go and sacrifice a lamb.
That's not convenient at all.
So that's
No.
like the least convenient way of being forgiven.
That sounds highly inconvenient.
Yeah, like you've got to go out find a lamb, or you've probably got a lamb that you've been feeding since it was like born.
Yeah.
You're just keen as for this
Yeah.
spit one day that you're gonna have.
Yeah, like,
the
fuck, I
uterus.
thought a dirty thought. I've got to go kill a lamb.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ronnie. You're getting slaughtered tonight. I need forgiveness.
Yeah, that's highly inconvenient. Well, I mean,
But no, I get what you're saying. That was just...
yeah,
you
aside
know.
from religion, because I mean, you know, you could probably argue there's many things in religion that are not convenient. Like, why can't you just forgive? Like, but anyways, that's a topic for another day.
It is. That's the topic
'Cause
we
that-
need to discuss with a priest.
That's like a 6-part series that we'd have to go off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get. Maybe I'll contact St. Martin's and get my old priest to come down and be like, mate, can you come and have a chat with the boys? So, I mean, in that, yeah, we're going off that convenience. Humans will always choose the convenient thing. So, like a business, like starting a business like Uber Eats, like you're a genius because I can have a meal by clicking a button and I don't have to go and fucking pick it up.
Uber Eats is whack in the sense that you like, it's convenient, but it's convenience over quality.
Yeah, but humans will do that.
Yeah, chat humans.
Most
people that get Uber Eats aren't chat. I always get Uber Eats, but you know what I mean. Like,
is this prior
it's-
to you getting banned from Uber Eats? Are you unbanned now?
I actually got banned from Uber Eats. When you hear my Uber Eats ban story, have I told you about that story?
I have. I love it.
haven't I?
You have. Let's go.
So I used to order Uber Eats, right? All the time. All the fucking time. I would order Uber Eats like every day. And the reason why I would order Uber Eats every day is because someone told me about this little Uber Eats trick.
You cheap cunt.
So I'm about to drop some serious knowledge. So basically what you would do is you would order whatever you want from Uber Eats, okay? You would do this every day, okay? And when you get your food, you eat your food, obviously, and pretty much what you want to do after that is just make a formal complaint to Uber Eats. All right? Let them know that the food was trash or the food was cold, which, look, let's be honest, 70% of the time it is. Okay? Maybe 80% of the time. Just put the new battery, that one down there. 80% of the time, it's chat. In my opinion.
Mm.
So I complained, and they'd refund me a couple of days later.
So
I was getting free Uber Eats for like maybe 2 months.
He was eating for free for 2 months, and then
Yeah.
obviously you can see that that's how he got banned.
And I got banned.
So-
And not only did they ban me from Uber Eats, they banned me from Uber. So I couldn't catch an Uber anywhere.
Nice.
And yeah,
Who taught you that trick?
I can't disclose that information on camera.
Yeah, no.
I can tell you after the podcast.
You don't want to disclose that.
No.
So, what the fuck were we talking about?
Convenience over quality.
Convenience over quality. Yeah, exactly. Most people, I would assume, would like be happy to eat their food a little bit colder if they could press a button rather than go on and fucking pick it up.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's why Uber Eats is so successful.
Yeah, exactly.
1,000%.
So the convenience thing, we love our convenience. We're lazy cunts, man.
Yeah.
Are we lazy cunts or are we just efficient? Does
I
laziness even
think
exist?
No, here's what I think, right?
It doesn't.
Here's what I think. The innovators and the people that create these like companies like Uber Eats, Uber, and what other ones are there? Fucking
DoorDash and shit. Are you talking about those ones?
I'm just talking about innovations and
Netflix.
Netflix, those
Netflix
type of
innovation.
companies that just are all about convenience, right?
Mm.
People that are behind those companies that create them are the efficient people.
Absolutely.
And they're catering to the lazy dogs, us, that consume all of this shit.
Yeah, but like, you know what? I've got an interesting take on the whole laziness thing. Because like, really, is it really lazy or am I just purchasing time? Where I can purchase my meal and I can go off and fuck off and do some other shit while I wait for my food to come, and then boom, I'm efficient. Because I mean, people that are performing at high levels are purchasing time. Like for instance, like someone would say, "Oh, you're lazy for not mowing your lawns." But like, why don't if I can go and do a job that's going to pay me $2,000, it's going to take me an hour. I'll just pay fucking Greg to do my lawns for $100, and I'm purchasing time.
100%.
That's actually efficiency,
but that's
not laziness.
That's very different to fucking Gary,
sitting on my couch
Gary from Tullamarine, sitting there watching the fucking footy, eating fucking
Cheetos, cunt.
3 large pizzas and a full bottle of 125 litre bottle of Coke.
Yeah,
because you can't be fucked.
That's just
cooking.
chat. Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
just you're a grub cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No offense to Gary from Tulla.
Yeah. Or if your name's Gary, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is though, like, because like with laziness as well, delving into this topic a little bit, I'll ask you first. Do you think like in the sense of like just laziness about maybe like work or something like that, do you think some people are lazy? Or do you think they haven't actually discovered the thing that really sets their dick on fire where they want to go out and pursue it real hard? Because fuck, take it easy, mate. You thirsty?
Parched, bro. I'm fucking parched. It is hot.
It's not
And I'm
hot.
parched.
So the thing is, like, here's the thing, because I've seen people that have gone from being like lazy or whatever to like working their dicks off, bro.
Yeah.
What changes that?
I think what changes that is some people we might call them lazy because we feel like we perform higher than them. But lazy in what way? Like you're talking about, like, because I don't think anyone sits there and then just watches one documentary, it sets their cock on fire, and they're up the next day at 4 a.m. at the gym, you know?
Absolutely not.
You know?
Because motivation is different to like just take an action when you don't feel like it.
Yeah, so like, what do you mean by laziness? Like,
Isn't that what laziness is when you're unmotivated?
well, no, because a lot of people, someone that's at like a high level, like the CEO of Netflix, probably looks at the people that watch Netflix as lazy. The people that are going working 9 to 5s, coming home watching Netflix, sees them as lazy. But then the person that's watching the 9 to 5, that's doing the 9 to 5 watching Netflix, looks at Dole Bludger and thinks, "Fuck, he's lazy." You know what I mean?
You know,
So I think
you know
there's
what I
different levels
think?
of laziness.
I literally think people like just choose what they think is the best choice for them at the time, and it's not necessarily that people are lazy. Like for instance, like if somebody told me, Sam, you've got to go and work 12-hour days at Macca's 5 days this week, I'd be like, fuck. And I'd probably do like absolutely fuck all at Macca's because I don't want to work at Macca's. I don't like that. So if someone looked in, they would look at me like if the manager walked in and looked at me, they'd be like, fuck, these cunts are lazy. But actually, like if you told me that like, you know, I'm going to give you 10 extra clients for your marketing business, but you have to work 15-hour days for them, I'd be like, fucking oath. Let's get it.
So
In one sense, I look really lazy.
I don't think that's laziness because I think I feel like you're doing something that you love doing, marketing, and you're inspired.
Yeah.
And you're hungry. Like that's what you want.
Suddenly your laziness goes out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't look at it as like selling your time. Which brings us back to that conversation. Like you're not. I feel like if you're selling your time, you're more prone to becoming lazy. Than if you're selling value.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like people that sell value, they've got something to work on. Obviously it's something they like are passionate about. Maybe not always, but it's something they're good at.
But in order to sell that value, they've had to sell time to gain that skill to the point where it's become valuable enough to sell it as a value.
Exactly. Yeah,
so like
100%.
You know, you get really good at something. Like it probably took you 10 years to get good at it, and you were getting paid fuck all to do it. And then later you got really good and you could charge whatever you want because you're just really good at it. Yeah. But that customer is literally paying for the 20 years of fucking work I just put in to provide this sort of value.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
You know?
So like as I was saying, if you are selling value and like it's obviously something you're good at and you love doing, like can you really become lazy? No, sorry, I fucking went off track with what I was thinking. My thought process went off track.
Yeah.
Is it laziness that someone's going to working 10 hours a day at Macca's compared to someone that's working 5 hours a day on their own business?
Exactly. So that's the thing though. Like, so how am I supposed to judge a person like fairly on whether they're lazy or not when I actually have no perspective on their situation? Maybe this guy really just doesn't want to fucking work at Macca's, but he would do 20 hours, like, you know, he'd do like 18 hours a day as a lawyer because he just froths law.
Or maybe he works 10 hours a day at Macca's and then when he leaves Macca's, he spends 2 hours at the gym.
Exactly.
Look, I don't think anyone that's working at Macca's or anyone that's going to work in general for that fact is lazy. I feel like if you're waking up and going to work, you can't really be lazy. Like, you can be unmotivated. Yeah. And if you're unmotivated, you're less inclined to put in the work as much as people might want you to. But I don't think you could call that laziness.
I agree. I think the whole labeling of like, so you know how there's more of a stigma around like, you know, young people in this day and age that we're lazier than like what our grandparents were or something like that or whatever. But you know what I think, bro? I think that we, as a younger generation, are just more aware of our options. And suddenly when you become aware of your options and like the things that are possible, like an $80,000 paying job doesn't seem that attractive when I feel like I can do whatever I want and I can achieve anything that I want to achieve.
Yeah, exactly.
So suddenly 100%. to my grandfather, I look like lazy because what do you mean you don't want to go and work 40 hours a week for 80 grand?
You don't
That's
want to
hectic.
push wheelbarrows of concrete every day
like,
for 12
what?
hours?
Like you're silly. Go do your apprenticeship or something like that. But like I know the possibility that's out there, especially with the internet. He's got no idea what the internet is. He doesn't even know how to use a computer. Yeah. So to those sort of people, we look lazy, but maybe we're just really aware of what's possible.
Yeah, 1,000%. But in saying that, there are definitely people out there that are lazy as fuck. Like
that just don't want to do anything.
There are kids that grow up in like super rich families that just have never had to work a day in their life, and they just sleep until like 12, wake up, play video games, eat shit, go back to sleep.
Because you know what the problem with that is?
That's laziness.
Because what they've literally been taught is you don't have to earn anything. Because like I get to wake up in a massive house. My mum is at my beck and call. My dad buys me all this shit. I get a fucking PlayStation. I get this and that. I get all this because I get whatever I want. And I haven't had to do anything. So they haven't actually like realized that there's a relationship between working hard and taking action and reward. Like, and if you don't have that, you'll just think that things get given to you and then you chuck tantrums when you realize that they're not.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Even like I know people who grew up in rich households and their parents didn't give them a dime and their parents made them realize that they have to actually earn that shit.
Yeah.
And then they grow up with a work ethic because they know that, fuck, if I want something, I have to do something to get it. I don't just say, I want that and it's mine.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. For sure.
I think that's the key.
I think if you're going to work, no matter what you're doing, it's like, it's not laziness. Laziness is not making a decision to have some purpose in your life.
Yeah.
I feel like people without purpose in their life become lazy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
but
like
people with purpose in their life.
Yeah.
Or even people that
Absolutely.
are thriving for purpose, even if you don't know what you want to do yet. Like if your mindset is that you know that you're working towards something, regardless of where you are now, then you aren't lazy.
Yeah. Hundy. I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It's an interesting topic. So I would definitely, like, if I could speak to like a 15-year-old, like an 18-year-old kid, I would literally tell him that, like, bro, you're probably not lazy.
Yeah.
You just fucking have no idea because you're young. I'm young. I've got no idea. Like, go out and try 30 jobs before you hit 30 and see if you really love one. And if you do, chances are you're probably not going to be lazy anymore because you're going to work your dick off.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's some kids out there
you
that
might not, you might try something, you think you love it, and then you get over it, and then you're back to square one. But it doesn't matter. At least you've tried something, and you know that it's not what you want to do.
Exactly. You got to have the balls to make the decision. Like how I love how Gary Vee says that, like, new data, new decisions. So like when people say like, oh, you change your mind so quick. Well, yeah, when I'm presented with new information, I change my mind.
Yeah.
Like that's actually that's a superpower, man.
100%.
That's not a weakness.
Do you think that the reason why, okay, I'm trying to think about how I can word this. Do you feel like people that don't have a purpose and people that are lazy are more prone to having mental health problems than people that do have a purpose?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like there's a big correlation between
Huge.
people that have purpose in their life. They're not all, this doesn't apply for everyone, but I personally feel like mental health problems like depression and anxiety and stuff affect people, or more susceptible to people that feel like they don't have any purpose in their life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
maybe people that have been spoon-fed their whole life, and it's not their fault, but like because of the environment they've grown up in, they feel like maybe they don't add value to anything, so they feel like worthless, or you know what I mean?
Because you haven't actually maybe like overcome challenges, because like you only feel like you earn respect for, like, with yourself when you overcome you overcome challenges and you achieve goals.
Yeah.
So, and you can't really do that unless you're chasing something. And like if you've got a purpose, like you've got a goal, and your purpose doesn't have to be like, some crazy out there shit. It can just be like, for this week my purpose is to like run 10Ks. And you achieve that goal or something like that. Like you earn respect with yourself. And bro, that enhances like your mental state.
Yeah.
If you've got nothing you're working towards, nothing you want to do, no purpose at all, you've got no idea like what the fuck's going on. Like how the hell do you earn self-esteem? Like, you don't, your self-esteem's up the shit, bro.
Yeah.
And if your self-esteem's no good, like you're probably going to have some mental health problems.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that would definitely be like a pathway into going down that rabbit hole and just...
Yeah. Like I've experienced that.
Useless.
I've experienced that myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure like a lot of people have experienced it. Most people would like experience like times in life where they feel like hopeless and powerless, and then like you feel depressed, and then you don't want to get up and do anything because you just feel like, oh, what's the point?
Bro, I still have those days.
Yeah,
Sometimes
everyone does.
I'll wake up and like I'll have the most non-productive day, and all day I'll just feel like absolute shit.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I haven't done anything.
Mm.
I haven't like, I haven't pretty much like made myself useful all day.
Yeah.
And you just fall into that loop.
Yeah.
It's like a loop on your mind, and it's fucked. Like it's no good. You feel like shit.
You do, man.
But if you know how, like for me, I can kind of identify when that's happening to me. So like I'm able to tell myself that, like this days like this are gonna happen.
Yeah, they do.
Just write it out. Like sometimes you just got to write it out. Like sometimes, like I'm a super productive person. I love always like doing shit.
Yeah.
Like working on
Facts.
something. So when I'm not working on something, sometimes like I'll feel useless.
Yeah.
And I'll have to tell myself, look, you're gonna have these days. Like just fucking write it. Like just kick it in your fucking pajamas all day and watch a fucking movie on the couch, watch Netflix all day. Like sometimes those days are
okay
good.
to have those days.
Yeah, like if you're working non-stop and you're like always productive, you can afford to have days like that. But if you're doing that,
course.
If that's your lifestyle every day, then I can see why you would fall into that mental trap.
Yeah, man, you do. And you feel like shit and everything's just fucked.
Yeah.
So do you think then, in regards to mental health, I guess with like today's day and age, how we're sort of handling it, like most of the information out there is telling people that they need to talk about it, talk about their feelings, talk about their emotions, open up about what's going on in their life. Do you think that like is a good solution? Or do you think it's counterproductive?
Good question. Good topic. Did you have some say? In some circumstances, yeah, it's like it's good to talk about it and let it out. I feel like, look, me and you, like when like firsthand, like if I'm going through some shit, I'll call you up.
Yeah,
we'll go and have a coffee or something, have a chat, and like we'll let everything out on the table. And then I'll leave feeling 10 times better. Yeah, you're the same. You'll leave feeling 10 times better. 100%. You feel like everything's better now. Yeah, right. I feel like a lot, like majority, I'd say, of guys are probably like that. Like they have a man to man with one of their good mates. Yeah, let out whatever's been bothering them, and they feel better. Yeah, I feel like that. Like if that's not true, then who knows? But I feel like that's true. Yeah. So, in regards to your question, whether you should open up or toughen up, I feel like there should be a balance. Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't be airing your dirty laundry out all on the internet. Like as a man, you shouldn't, like it's good to talk and let it out, but I don't think you should be letting it out. This is my personal opinion. I don't think you should be letting it out for the world to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's bad. Because
you know what that does? That validates like people, and it kind of tells them, you know what, like it's okay to always feel like this. Which you know what? It's okay to feel like shit. It's okay to feel anxious, and it's okay to feel depressed. But like, if you really love someone, or like even if I don't know someone, like I don't want them to stay in that state. Like I want to help them. Of course. So what can we do? So like going back to what you said, when we meet up and we have coffee and we talk about it, like I often find that like, we'll talk like about what's going on, but we'll talk about why. Like why do you feel that way, or why do I feel that way? And then like what are we gonna do? Like, so that you can feel better or that I can feel better. Solutions. Solution. Like, we'll take action. We won't just say, oh, bro, I feel so anxious. And you'll be like, oh, my God, me too, bro. Like, and then we just literally pump each other's fucking anxious thoughts up. It's like...
We don't validate each other's, like,
it's real
issues.
It's real that you feel that way. And, like, that, it's completely real in your head. And, like, maybe there is something going on in your life where you actually feel that way for a reason. But like, what can we do, like, to help each other, to make each other, like, how are we going to feel better? Exactly. Like, what are we going to do coming out of this?
Exactly
like,
right.
What's the solution?
Sometimes, like, we'll catch up and won't even necessarily talk about what our problems are. Yeah. We'll just have a conversation about some positive shit. Yeah. And like, just that energy is enough to fix whatever's going on. Yeah. Won't even need to tell you what's going on in my life.
Yeah. 100%.
But I feel like a lot of guys are different, and if you feel like you need to. Like if you're going through mental health shit and like you got problems and stuff, it's definitely good to have someone that you can talk to, that you can trust. 100%. Right? But the thing is that we also got to understand is a lot of people actually don't have people to talk to.
They don't, yeah.
Which is why like it gets so tough for some people because they don't all have that luxury.
Yeah.
You know, so there's some guys that are like in their mid-40s, they've lost their kids, they've lost their wives, they've lost their house, lost all their money and everything, and lost all their friends, and they've got no one to talk to, which is why, like, I think it's good that we have these groups for those kind of people.
Yeah.
You know, they definitely need it because, you know, like what middle-aged men have the highest rate of suicide in the country.
If you are watching this and you do struggle with that, DM me because I have a great book that's gonna help. It's fucking fantastic. It's like a book that like literally levels up your mental state, talks about why you feel certain things.
Tell him the book. Just tell him, yeah.
It's called Thrive by Rob Kelly. And you can literally do like sessions with a consultant and they train you, or you can do the book at home. So either, whatever. The book's like, I mean, you're going to pay like $40 and you can do it at home, or you can do the sessions, which is obviously a bit more expensive, but then you get like a professional helping you.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I've done it. I actually did it.
Have you?
Yeah, I did it because it's sick. It's sick. Even if like you don't struggle with anything, you should do it because it literally like levels everything up. Like with that question, open up or toughen up. I think it's both too, but I think like it kind of starts off with opening up. Like you got to start off with, I need to talk about this so that I can get help. And then you want someone who's going to teach you active coping skills and how to take control of your thoughts and take control of your emotions. So then going forward, your life changes. It's not so that you can talk about it and just 100%. Talk about it and just talk about it. And I feel this way and I feel this way, I feel this way. It's like you need to develop coping skills. So I actually think that when something scares you, you should push into it. Like if I'm terrified of something, like that's like I should like take that as a sign that fuck, I should push into this
100%.
So that I can adapt and like get stronger. Because that's what happens. Like you have to go through the pressure in order to get stronger. That's everyday life. That's with everything.
You need to break before you can grow.
Yeah, 100%. So like, because often you find that when you get stuck in that anxious loop, it's because you avoid. When you avoid everything in your life, it like literally just kills all your joy and all your happiness. Because then you like start making beliefs that this thing's actually scary, that's scary, that makes me feel that way. But actually, it's how I'm interpreting this situation. It's got nothing to do with the outside and everything to do with the fact that like how I'm interpreting it and what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about it. So it's all like you should push back into the situation, sit in your anxious feeling and think, I don't care. I'm not going to back down. I'll feel anxious. That's fine.
I think, and I think what that is being able to control your emotions.
It always comes back
like
to that.
That's exactly what you're saying. Like to break it down is once you master like controlling your emotions, which, you know, for guys, we're genetically built to be able to control our emotions. Yeah. That's why we don't need to sit there with like in our groups of friends and like talk for 3 hours about how shit we feel and, you know, this and that. Like
we don't do that.
We're literally like built to be able to control the emotions that are trying to control us. Yeah. Right? So...
Because it's literally just the thoughts you think that create how you feel.
Yeah, literally.
That's what makes you feel a certain thing. Like me and Mark can describe this room as like really cold, but you can describe it as warm. But like, what's real?
The reality of that is that this room is like a fucking sauna.
That's cap. It is not.
It's not now because I had the AC going.
See what I mean though? Like that's the difference. Like you can like Mark can interpret this like a room as like even just like cold by like the way it looks, and you can interpret it as like it's really warm just by the way it looks. Not even how it feels. But like, what's the difference? It's literally just what you believe in your head about certain things. It's perspective, and perspective gets built up over time on how you've interpreted experiences and events in your life. So all you need to do to break out of like your anxious state and your depressed state is start thinking differently. You don't actually have to do anything differently. Yeah. Just the things you see,
bro. Yes.
Think about them differently. Like, and it's easier said than done. Because I know for a fact it's easier said than done, but it's possible. You can do it.
It is easier said than done, but once you do it once, you do it twice.
It gets so much easier. You do it 3 times. It's a snowball effect.
It becomes normal. Like, you're able to just snap out of shit, right? Like, 100%. That's what happens to me, yeah? Yeah. Like, I'll have a shit day. I feel like, fuck, I'm useless. Oh, I feel like I haven't done enough today, whatever. But immediately I can think to myself, all right, look, like, doesn't matter. Yeah. Do this. All right, even if it's something small, it's going to lead on to something else. Do that. Yeah. And then you start thinking differently, and that's taking control of your emotions. Yeah. Because the whole day I've let these emotions of guilt and and laziness and whatever take control of me. But then I'm able to tell myself, fuck that, I have control of this shit myself. Switch the mindset, and all of a sudden it doesn't matter what you're doing. Everything doesn't matter what you're doing. It just matters about how you're looking at it.
Yeah. And it's crazy, like you realize how different you feel when you feel in control. Like there's like, even if you're really anxious, like you're an anxious person or whatever, there's got to be something in your life that you feel like really powerful in and in controlling. Whether that's like, I'm really good at COD. Like what that, like,
yeah, bro,
and if you're really good at COD, or like I'm really good at writing music, I'm really good at dancing, I'm really good at riding bikes, and you often find that you never will stress before you're going to go on a bike ride or play COD. Like if I'm really good at COD, I won't be thinking, fuck, like I'm going to do really shit, because I'm confident. I feel powerful around it. So like once you develop that in other areas of your life by pushing into it, that's how you gain control over your emotions.
100%.
You know what 100%. I mean? There's this one study. I'll just quickly say this is super interesting because this is actually in that book I said in the Thrive book by Rob Kelly. He talks about there's this study these psychologists did in this nursing home, and basically like it's a lot of old people obviously because it's like a retirement home.
Yeah.
And they do this study where they have a control group and the other group, I forgot what it's called, like those psychology terms. But one group of like old people are given a pot plant to look after, and they have to water it day and night.
Yeah.
All right. They're told that they have to look after it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other group of people, they're just sitting in there normally. So they get their food given to them. They get their medication given to them. Their clothes given to them. Their beds are made for them. They literally do nothing for themselves.
Yeah.
Like the people that work at this
I think I've seen this study. I've heard this study before. Yeah.
You might have. And then what they found, like after a certain amount of years or whatever, like the people in the group that had to water the pot plant, like were 50% more likely to live like a certain amount longer. So the people that were in the other group that did nothing for themselves were like 50% more likely to die within the next few years or something like that.
Yeah.
All just because that they watered a pot plant. But it's got nothing to do with that.
Nah.
And everything to do with they had something that gave them a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Like their purpose was, I have to make sure this pot plant will die if I don't water it.
Yeah.
And it gives them a sense of control. Like I'm in control of the pot plant. And suddenly your mind starts to shift.
Yeah.
Like in the sense that, fuck, maybe I am in control. Maybe my life isn't out of control.
Bro, 100%.
You know what I mean? Maybe like things aren't dictated by, doctors or the government or anything like that. Maybe it's what I do in my day-to-day life that affects the outcome.
Well, yeah, and once you're able to like take ownership of that and realize that, I think that's the first step to making that difference. All right,
Game changer.
It's the first step.
Yep.
Taking responsibility, not letting the past or whatever continue.
Mm-hmm.
Just take control of your emotions.
Yeah.
If you need help, seek help to do that, but don't get caught up in this like new age ideology of like always let out your feelings in front of everyone, because I feel like personally I don't think that's the best thing to do. I know for me it wasn't. I'm not the type of person that likes to talk about my feelings in front of everyone and do that. Look, I express my shit through music.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best way for me to express
that's your outlet.
My emotions. Find an outlet, whether it's going to the gym, making music, playing sport, talking to like your mates one-on-one or like in little groups or whatever. But I think it's really, really toxic to get into the habit of being that one person that always is talking about their feelings to everyone. No one wants to be around that person, first of all. Like, as sad as it is, you don't want to be around someone that's always like telling you about how shit they feel, and you don't want that.
Yep.
Okay, so find maybe a good group of friends that will support you, that, will help you, will tell you these things.
Yeah.
And take responsibility, take ownership, and you got this. You know what I mean? That's what I would say 100. To anyone that's going through shit.
Yeah.
And obviously it's a lot easier said than done, but everyone's in different situations, different parts of their lives. But I feel like that doesn't really matter when it comes down to the fundamentals.
No, exactly right. I mean, there's always like everyone's got something that they're scared of, or something like that, or a situation in their life where they feel hopeless in, or a situation where they're terrified of something. So everybody out there has felt that emotion. Yeah. Like something you're feeling, exactly. Somebody has felt that.
100%.
There is a way to change, like, I mean, the situation that you're in. There's always something you can do. Always.
Yeah. It's gold, bro.
It is gold, man.
That is gold.
You master your mind, you master everything.
Good shit. I think that's a fucking perfect note to end it on. What do you
I
reckon?
think that's a wrap.
That is good.
That was mad.
Good stuff. I hope everyone got some value out of that because even talking about that, made me feel good.
Yeah,
You know what
same.
I mean?
That was sick.
Really good stuff. All right, so
We'll
we'll wrap
level
it
up.
up here then. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe as well.
Yep.
Forgot to tell you people to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Hit like. Drop a comment as well on what you thought. Follow us on Instagram, Culture Plug Podcast. Il Capo Saru.
Cheens.
Chains.
I thought you were gonna say it. At Cheens.
At Chains. CHEENZ_. And with that, we're out. Peace.